Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jebediah. Today we're going to talk about my Tracker Grizzly 1548 Sportsman. I've had this boat for the last 4 months. It's been through waterfowl season with me, as well as trolling for trout, and right now we're out here just kind of trying to catch some bass and stuff like that here at a local lake. But I thought I'd do just an on-the-water review of what this boat is like to live with day in and day out for all the stuff that you're going to use it for. Starting off with the power plant on this Tracker Grizzly is a Mercury 4-stroke 25 horsepower. This model boat, which is the 1548 Sportsman, only is rated for a 25 horsepower. Its larger brother, the 1654, can take up to a 40 horse, but this model straight from the Tracker dealer is a 4-stroke, which is very quiet at idle, and it's got plenty of power. There's another video on my channel where we do a top speed run with me and my son, as well as loaded down with just a bunch of fishing gear, and it reaches about 25 miles an hour. Super reliable. I haven't had any trouble with it, and it can put around as you're trolling just fine. And it could probably do it for days if you wanted to. Also on the back of the boat here, you'll see some flotation pods. They'll help keep your boat riding higher in the water, as well as gets out of plane a lot quicker. On the side of the boat, it runs about 6 inches deep when you are just cruising through the water. The motor itself, though, is about a foot down. If you trim it up, then you can get away with probably 9 inches. If I'm in at least 1.5 feet of water, with this thing, I'm actually totally fine. I've run it a little bit shallower than that as I've been getting in and out of places on the river to duck hunt. As you can see, I'm standing right on the very edge of this boat, and it's not tipping over. I've had multiple times where I'm out here fishing with buddies and they're on the back and I'm on the front, and even though we may be on the lake or on a pond, there's plenty of stability even as I rock this back and forth. This is a gun box. I don't use it for my guns because it's metal on the inside and I don't want to scratch them up, but it's actually my primary storage area. Now on this side is the rod box. It only fits rods that are like 6.5 feet or under, so not super helpful. But you can see I put some rods in there. As you get to the front deck, you'll see there's a foot or a pedestal seat area, as well as this front hatch. This front hatch houses a battery on the inside here, and you can see how it's wired all in here. So this is all the wiring that runs to this. So that's the trolling motor plug, as well as a 12-volt plug. So if you're running a fish finder, or you need to charge a cell phone or a camera or something like that, that powers those. There's also some other spots on this deck there and here where you'll see a removable piece of metal where you can put other things, switches, plugs, and whatnot if you want to put them there. On the front deck here, there's plenty of space. On the very, very front of the bow, I have mounted a Minn Kota Edge 45-pound thrust. There's a video on my channel showing how to mount this motor and a review of this motor, so if you're curious about Minn Kota Edges, check those out. I go into a little bit more detail about it. I've also added some lights. These lights were very, very easy to mount because everything is pre-wired, and so all I did was I hooked into the original or existing wiring harness to run power to these kind of low voltage LEDs. Right here is the panel that houses all the fuses as well as switches for the boat. Horn, nav lights, bilge pumps already built in, which is great. Even comes with a battery from the dealer from the factory. This is not a flat bottom boat. Underneath, it's a modified V, so it's a thin V hull, not very deep, but it will give you a little bit more cutting power as you turn, and also provides a little bit more traction as you're on the water. It's been running great for me. Okay, so let's power up the motor and I'll give you just a quick little turn on what this is like, what the speed can do. Now it's got electric start, mine does. It also has a pull start option, and if the pull rope is messed up, you can undo this cowl, and even there's an emergency pull rope in there, so you shouldn't be left high and dry as long as you have gas. So let's kind of do a little bit of carving right here. You can kind of see how quick the boat picks up. So like I said, it handles great, it cuts really nice. Overall, it's been an amazing boat. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it's been helpful for you. If you're looking at Tracker Grizzly Sportsmans, I highly encourage them if you have them in your area. So with all that, I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.